and it like goes backwards a little bit. This is the airport. I think it's this plane right here. Yeah, and then it just like glitched out.
Well, we posted every Friday. See them corn emojis, then you know a nigga wild. Jaded Gemini to the day I die. And I'ma talk my shit, but I don't play both sides. So
y'all, we are about to talk about the most recent tragedy that has the internet split right now. But one thing we all agree on is that this is very, very sad for real.
Yeah, it's a travesty. And honestly, there's no justification or no explanation at this point, but those black boxes are going to give a little bit of something, hopefully. But prayers up for everybody that lost somebody, know somebody that's gone off this one, because there's a lot of lives lost.
Yeah.
Over 60.
Over 60?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Over 60.
So basically what they're saying is it was a tech issue. Some people are saying that like there was an outage. Some people were saying they were wearing night goggles and couldn't see. Like there's a whole bunch of, like you said, there's a whole bunch of theories. Still, at the end of it, it's just like people are not on this planet anymore, and it's really sad. As soon as it happened, though, I already knew people were gonna be doing conspiracies out at like off the charts because of where it happened.
Right.
How uncommon this is for real. Like,
yeah,
there's no air traffic is public. Like, there's really.
No, with the recent changes in the government and how they're trying to move, and with budget cuts being the major motif of their entry into recapturing the government, it just further called into question the events, because, you know, people deciding things are not as big of a deal as they once were and then changing them and then tragedy happening is not a good look at all. And then now the reactions that people have to the tragedy is very telling as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, what does a DEI have to do just because a company adopted a program, just like tons of other companies around the country? You're going to bring that into this?
Yeah. People always think that DEI just equivocates to black or like ethnic. And
like,
that's not the
veterans.
case.
It's for like, it's
veterans.
Right. We're going to talk more about that though. But yeah, you're
gay
right.
Gay people.
Yep. Women. In general. Just women in general.
Oh, man.
But here is the minute by minute breakdown of the plane crash. I'm not about to see anything. I'm telling y'all, we're not about to see anything about DEI in this breakdown.
Disabled people.
Because it's like, right, disabled people. Because I don't see what any of that had to do with, you know, the tragedy. I'm just saying, when you say
to hell with DEI, that you're saying to hell with women, disabled people, veterans, felons. Everybody loves felons, right?
Yeah. Felons.
I mean,
that's true.
Not everybody's bad, like non-violent offenders, bro. People that get their life together, bro. They don't deserve
American
a
Airlines
chance.
Flight 5342 took off from Wichita, Kansas at 6:22 p.m. Eastern with 64 people on board. Destination, Washington. In Virginia, an Army Black Hawk helicopter like this one left Fort Belvoir Army Base. The 3 soldiers on board engaged in routine retraining that's required every year. The Black Hawk was headed south. Headed north, approaching the airport to land, was Flight 5342. At 8:43 p.m., air traffic controllers cleared the flight crew to land at Reagan National Airport.
Blue Chief 5342, we check runway 33.
Yeah, we can do 33.
At 8:47 p.m., the control tower warned the Black Hawk about Flight 5342.
Pass 25, get 0J in flight. Pass 25, pass line is 0J.
Seconds later, a webcam captured the deadly crash. The sound, you can only imagine.
Crash. This is alert 3. Crash.
8:48 p.m., the control tower sounded the alarm.
8:58
p.m., first responders descended on the scene and leapt into action in a frantic rescue effort.
This is an active operation that's going to last many hours as we continue to work through recovery efforts and rescue operations.
About 300 responders answered the call in patrol boats, helicopters, and ambulances.
Shout out to all
by
the
morning,
first
it would be
responders
deemed.
that in the middle of the damn night hopped their ass into that river and tried to save some people's lives, bro. Like, world only is how we have it because of people like you being brave like that. Because
the
most
best
people
case
ain't built like
scenario was somebody's trapped or something in like an air pocket or like just something, you know. You never know. You never want to just be like, oh, they're just all gone, you know.
definitely.
So I agree too. Like, kudos to them for actually going out there and like getting into it.
Because that was another reaction people had was, oh, why am I going out there? What, you want me to swim? It's like,
nah,
people
bro,
being,
you're supposed to show support. Like, it's,
people are dead, bro. Over 50 people.
Right. And the
Over
plane was
60
just
people.
about to land. Like, they were about to be scot-free, and then boom, that just happened.
And you being cheeky.
So, on some weird stuff, this is why people are all getting like, what's going on? What's because how we just heard how the people saw both the plane and the helicopter. They were looking at the flight logs and like, you can't even see the helicopter on here. Like, it vanished. And
Was it ever on there?
Nah, bro. I'm telling you.
I mean, it's
so
a
weird.
military flight. Why would it be on there?
There's other helicopters on here. Look, there's one right here.
Is that not it?
No, because you're going to see the actual plane, and it's going to do like a little glitch because it's when it got hit, and it like goes backwards a little bit. This is the airport. I think it's this plane right here. Yeah, and then it just like glitched out. Did you see any helicopter?
Nah, but it's probably because it was a military exercise. I don't think that they're required to put themselves on like civilian flight radars.
Then how the hell did they hear? Then how the hell did the people at this tower thing hear them?
Because they're air traffic control. If they were going to use the same airport to, you know, land, they would have to talk to the motherfuckers at the airport. You know what I mean? But I don't think that they would be required to show themselves on like a flight watch just for security reasons.
Okay, I guess that would make sense.
But I could see if people weren't really thinking about all of those reasons like that, why they would think that for sure. I'm more just like, they didn't say that they're like just learning how to fly a goddamn helicopter.
Yeah,
right?
no, they said it was just a routine
retraining
thing that
exercise.
They do, right?
So I'm just shocked that, you know, seasoned pilots would collide like that, especially with it being a military pilot. But it's not, regrettably, it's not like that uncommon lately for military aircraft to fail. It does happen, but running into a civilian jetliner is, my brain can't even wrap, like, I can't.
Yeah. There was a, you were the first person to tell me this, that there was the ice skating team and this ice skaters on there. Like, you have these two kids, like little kids. Little kids, bro. And here, I don't even know why they even showed this, but it just shows like everybody passed on. Like, nobody survived. A lot of people had PTSD because of the other flight that crashed into it, but there were survivors in that other flight. This dude lost his wife. It's just a sad situation all around, and this is what our president had to say. It's so crazy that this is the
I ain't gonna lie, though, I was worried because, like, when all that stuff happened at the beginning of the year, it was Army dudes involved.
Yeah.
So my brain instantly was just like, dude, what
like,
the
was
hell is
this
going
an
on?
inside job, right? Like, was this a setup? Was this terroristic? Like, that was my first thought. And then, like, the more information came out, I was like, Okay, so it was a tech issue, I guess?
Or just sheer incompetence, negligence.
I even seen some people were blaming, like, what is it called? Aviation experts? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, if they were speaking on it.
They said it could have just been because simply it was dark. Like, it was just dark and you're over water. It was just dark. And I'm like, I guess so. But it's just still so odd. And also because of where it happened, it's just so odd.
Like
but again, people are gone. That's real.
No, it's as real as it gets right now. And then tonight there was another flight that just went down over Philly. So this might be something that they might have to, instead of all these budget cuts that people are talking about, maybe invest in, making our infrastructure better in that way.
Right.
To make us as safe as we should be as the best country in the world, like they try to,
Right. We have a flight attendant in our chat on Patreon right now, and they're just like telling us some inside scoop. And it seems like there could be some confusion going on. Like, it was just, they said that they were short one person in the tower, and it was a night flight. Man, look, it could have just been a mistake, but it's like, damn, this is a hell of a freaking mistake. So, like, what, you think there's going to be a lawsuit? Like, somebody has to be held accountable. But unfortunately, our president don't want to talk about the real. We over here talking about DEI for some reason.
Atlas shrugged, bro.
We're talking about DEI.
I'd like to request a moment of silence for the victims and their families, please. I speak to you this morning in an hour of anguish. We are one family, and today we are all heartbroken. We're all searching for answers. The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative spelled out on the agency's website. Can you?
So you basically said the reason why that happened is because they slow? Is that really what just happened in 2025?
Imagine.
Are you saying this crash was somehow caused and the result of diversity hiring? And what evidence have you seen to support these claims?
It just could have been. We have a high standard. We've had a much higher standard than anybody else. And there are things where you have to go by brain power. You have to go by psychological.
So can you stop
quality
that?
And
most of the people that you hire have no real foundation, right? Behind
qualifications.
None of the above. And you still put these people in positions of power where they're not only in power of, vast amounts of resources, but inadvertently vast amounts of people by way. So with that being said, you, the convicted felon president, I don't know, man.
Like,
so
bro,
fresh
you
into politics.
You a DEI hire, bro. Like, come on, bruh. What are you doing, Trump? Come on, bruh. What does this have to do? Like,
basically,
look, we're 1 minute in. It's 1 minute and 50 seconds. You already did your little prayer for these people and moved on to talk about what you really wanted to talk about.
Just blame, like we said, because when you say DEI, that's gay people, women, veterans, disabled people, etc., etc. Really, technically, anybody that's not the regular and typical person that would own a company. I'll let you just fill in the blanks. I mean, we're all smart, bro. But hey, I guess you have to only look and be one type of way to be successful and do your job right. I guess, seriously. Right? I guess that's what they're insinuating here.
It's horrible.
Psychological quality is a very important element of it. These are various very powerful tests that we put to use, and they were terminated by Biden. And Biden went by a standard that's the exact opposite. So we don't know, but we do know that you had two planes at the same level. You had a helicopter and a plane. That shouldn't have happened.
Mr. President, you have today blamed the diversity elements, but then told us that you weren't sure that the controllers made any mistake. You then said perhaps the helicopter pilots were the ones who made the mistakes.
It's all under investigation.
I understand that. That's why I'm trying to figure out how you can come to the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash.
Because I have common sense, okay?
I paid Wix for...
So diversity is bad.
Oh my gosh. My boy said because common sense. Well, common sense ain't so common, stinking butt.
Diversity is bad. Being
and that's
against
why
fascism
the plane
is
and
bad.
the helicopter crashed.
Yep. Everything is bad, right?
What? I'm like I really don't. I am speechless. Like what the fuck is wrong with this dude?
It's 10 times. 10 times. Hit my line, fuck it, you can call me 10 times. Baby too fine, she'll be mine in due time. Order French wine when she tryna unwind. Thought the same thought, probably got the same sign. Hit my line, fuck it, you can call me 10 times. Good price, pot got it all in their mind. If they gon' shop, then they